Thank you. Heartily welcome to the Foundation Day celebration of Pune Pratana Samaj. The Samaj is completing 152 years of existence in this city of Pune. I, Dr. Dattatreya Late, now request our senior member, Architecture Dr. Namita Muzumdar, to offer a short prayer. Dr. Namita.
वरून करू बसून करू ओके. Hello. I will be offering a short prayer. I will start with Udbodhan, proceed to Prarthana. I'll offer my prayer in 2 languages. Udbodhan will be done in Marathi, since we are in Pune, and Prarthana in English, for all our guests outside Pune. पान 21, पद 76, पेज 21, पद 76. जाई शरण तयासी मनुजा, जाई शरण तयासी मनुजा, सकल चराचर व्यापुनी विलसे. जाई शरण तयासी मनुजा, जाई शरण तयासी. अखिल परात्पर चिन्मय जो प्रभु, अखिल परात्पर चिन्मय जो प्रभु, निर्मी सकल जगासी, निर्मी सकल जगासी. आपुल्या सता मात्रे पाळूनी, आपुल्या सता मात्रे पाळूनी. अंती नेविलयासी, अंती नेविलयासी मन.
मध्यान अंत जयाते, आदीन मध्यान अंत जयाते. नच धरी जोरूपासी, नच धरी जोरूपासी.
परिदासाते संकटी रक्षुनी, परिदासाते संकटी रक्षुनी. पाळीतसे ब्रीदासी मनुजा, पाळीतसे ब्रीदासी मनुजा. सकल चराचर व्यापुनी विलसे. जाई शरण तयासी मनुजा, जाई शरण तयासी. शांतता. मुंबई पुण्यासारख्या गजबजलेल्या शहरात हा शब्द ऐकला तरी मन क्षणभर विसावतं, शांत होतं. मागच्याच आठवड्यात कामाच्या निमित्ताने एका शांत ठिकाणी जाण्याचा योग आला. सकाळी पहाटेच्या वेळी चालायला निघाले. सकाळची प्रसन्न वेळ, एक दवाने भरलेली ओली, प्रसन्न पहाट, प्रसन्न शांतता मनाला येऊन भेटली. एकदम जाणीव झाली, रोज आपण जे आउटर बाहेरचे आवाज ऐकतो, इतरांचे स्वतःचे सुद्धा आपण आवाज रोज ऐकतो, पण हे इतरांचे आणि स्वतःचे आवाज ऐकू शकणारे जे आपले शरीर आहे त्याला सोडून आत एक वेगळं खोल कोवळं स्वच्छ एक माझं अस्तित्व मला जाणवलं आणि काही बोलावंसं वाटेना. ती शांतता खोलवर श्वासासारखी भरून घेतली. त्या शांततेचा आवाज ऐकत चालत राहिले. हळूहळू माझ्याच आवाजाविनाचा माझा आवाज मला ऐकू यायला लागला. हा आवाज शब्द, विचार, भावना ह्या भाषेत बोलत नव्हता. जाणीवांच्या स्तरावर हा आवाज माझ्याशी संवाद साधत होता. त्या आवाजाने माझ्याशी बराच वेळ संवाद साधला. रोजच्या जगण्याशी जोडलेल्या कटकटीच्या, काही सुखाच्या कटुगोड जाणीवा टोचत राहिल्या आणि जशी जशी ही शांतता आत भरत गेली तशा या जाणीवा पुसट झाल्या. ज्या निसर्गाने वेढले गेले होते त्याच्या सौंदर्याचा, गोडव्याचा माझ्यावर परिणाम होऊ लागला. हिरव्या पानांवर पडलेल्या दवाचा गोड धुंद गंध, पक्ष्यांचा मधुर किलबिलाट, पहाटेच्या नुकत्याच फुटणाऱ्या सूर्यकिरणांचा कोवळा उबदार प्रकाश. मन शांत, प्रसन्न, मोकळं होऊ लागलं आणि एक जाणीव आतून सरसरून फोडली. हा सुंदर निसर्ग, ही पहाट, हे पक्षी, ही प्रसन्नता, हे सर्व जग परमेश्वराने निर्माण केलं. त्याच्यासमोर नतमस्तक होण्याची, शरण जाण्याची या जाणीवेने मोठं अस्तित्व व्यापून टाकलं. ही जाणीव, या जाणीवेचं स्पंदन देखील त्यांनीच मला दिलं, म्हणून मी शरण जाऊ शकते. थोड्या वेळासाठी का होईना उन्नत होऊ शकते. ही जाणीव आत जागृत होऊ लागली. मी माणूस आहे म्हणून असं जागृत होणं मला शक्य आहे. उद्बोधित अवस्थेत येणं मला शक्य आहे. अशी प्रार्थना करायची परमेश्वरानेच आपल्याला दिलेली नैसर्गिक देणगी आहे. ही ओळखूयात, ही देणगी समजून घेऊयात. थोडी वेळ एकाग्र चित्त होऊन त्याच्या चरणांपाशी जाऊयात. एको देवः सर्वभूतेषु गूढः सर्वव्यापी सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा कर्माध्यक्षः सर्वभूताधिवासः साक्षी चेता केवलो निर्गुणश्च सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रियविवर्जितं सर्वस्य प्रभुमीशानं सर्वस्य शरणं सुहृत्. ॐ सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म आनन्दरूपम् अमृतं यद्विभाति शान्तं शिवमद्वैतं शुद्धम् अपापविद्धम्. Thou art the creator of the entire creation. We do not know, neither do we understand this entire creation. We do not know the beginning of this entire creation, which we call universe. We do not know the magnitude of this universe. We do not know the end of this universe. And the more we try, the more we realize that it is not within our faculties to fathom the magnitude of this universe. We of course do know that thou existed before this creation, that thou art the Vishwakaranam, thou art the creator, thou art the root cause of everything, but we can find nothing that can be identified as thy cause. Thou art light. It is thy light from
its illuminance. The moon and the stars acquire their light. The lightning and fire acquire heat and light from thee. Everything shines by your light. Everything is seen by thy light. Thou art self-effulgent, Swayam Prakashi. Thou art the knowledge itself. Thou art the whole knowledge. We acquire knowledge by thy grace. We acquire knowledge in bits and pieces. We do not even have the knowledge of our own requirements. How can we have your knowledge in entirety? We do not have the knowledge about what will happen tomorrow, next moment. But thou art the past, thou art the present, and thou art the future. Thou art the indweller of every creation. We look around us at this creation and try to understand this in parts and bits, seeking thee. We do not look, we cannot look into the depths of the created objects. It is there, inside those depths, that thou dwelleth. It is deep within us that thou liveth. For a few moments, we turn inside, seeking thee in silent meditation. नमस्ते सते ते जगत्कारणाय नमस्ते चिते सर्वलोकाश्रयाय नमोद्वैततत्त्वाय मुक्तिप्रदाय नमो ब्रह्मणे व्यापिने शाश्वताय त्वमेकं शरण्यं त्वमेकं वरेण्यं त्वमेकं जगत्पालकं स्वप्रकाशं त्वमेकं जगत्कर्तृपातृप्रहर्तृ त्वमेकं परं निश्चलं निर्विकल्पं भयानां भयं भीषणं भीषणानां गतिप्राणिनां पावनं पावनानां महोच्चैः पदानां नियन्तृत्वमेकं परेषां परं रक्षणं रक्षणानां वयं त्वां स्मरामो वयं त्वां भजामो वयं त्वां जगत्साक्षिरूपं नमामः सदेकं निदानं निरालम्बमीशं भवाम्बोधिपोतं शरण्यं व्रजामः. We surrender with utmost humility unto thee. May we know thee through thy manifestations. What is the other way for us? May we see that majestic presence in the sky illuminated by millions of stars. May we see thy presence in the depths of oceans. May we see thy tall presence in the peaks of mountains. May we see thy colorful presence in the multicolors of flowers. May we hear thy presence in the thunder of the lightning. May we hear thy presence in the whistle of the breeze. May we hear thy presence in the rustle of the leaves, in the murmur of the brooks, in the laughter of friends, in the innocence of the child's eye, in the aroma of the food prepared by loved ones. May we experience thy presence within us and without us, the kind of experience that senses can't give us, the experience that shall lead us on with courage and fortitude, with love and affection. With thy light, lit our path and lead us towards truth. Protect us always in all situations of life. येनाहं नामृतास्यां किमहं तेन कुर्याम् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय आविराविर्म एधि रुद्र यत्ते दक्षिणं मुखं तेन मां पाहि नित्यम्. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Yes. Thank you, Namita Tai. This is just to remind that today's program is also live on YouTube channel, and this link can be forwarded to some of the participants who wanted to join this program, those who have not yet joined this program physically. I now request Dr. Dilip Jog, Secretary of Pune Prarthana Samaj, to welcome the audience and the guest of honor for today's function.
Welcome again, everyone. Today's program is being held here in this beautiful auditorium, Navalmal Firodia Auditorium of the Bhandarkar Oriental Research Institute, where we are assembled. Dr. R.G. Bhandarkar was a devoted leader of Prarthana Samaj, everybody knows that. But he gave his 50 years of his life, long life, to this institution of Prarthana Samaj. And then the institute devoted to research in Indic studies, or what we call Indology, was also founded by Dr. Bhandarkar, and it is this institute here. This land was purchased by him with the help of Tata Trust, and then after his death, of course, this was named after him, Dr. Bhandarkar. So it's a Bhandarkar Oriental Research Institute, which is very famous for Indological studies. So about 3 or 4 years ago, in 2019, we were first invited by Sri Bhopalji Patwardhan, who is the chairman of the executive committee of Bhandarkar Institute, to inaugurate this auditorium. This was a new auditorium with musical program, and including Dr. Bhandarkar's religious thoughts. So this program we had presented here, our Prarthana Samaj choir, and with the help of Dr. Bhandarkar's lectures, which were available in the form of a book. This program was on his religious thoughts. So it was an informal inauguration of this auditorium with Prarthana Samaj program. Very happy to tell you this here again. So that was in 2019. Since then, we have been able to organize this function here in this auditorium, because many outsiders come, and in our Budhwarpet Hari Mandir, the parking is a big problem, traffic is a very big problem. Yesterday we had been there, so it's very difficult. That's why in last 3-4 years we have been organizing the main program of 4th December here, because this is also Bhandarkar's Institute, and Prarthana Samaj is also Bhandarkar's Prarthana Samaj. So once again, I welcome you all on behalf of Pune Prarthana Samaj to join this function. I am very happy to welcome to a guest of honor, Professor Padma Shri Satish Ayekar, my esteemed colleague, a noted Marathi playwright, and author of several Marathi plays: Mahanirvan, Mickey and Mem Saab, Mahapur, Dusra Samna, Begum Barwe, Shanivar Ravivar, and Pidi Jat, and so on. Professor Ayekar, who is also an academician, I would say. He has his MSc degree in biochemistry from the Pune University, and with distinction, of course. But then he shifted to his passion, that is drama, writing and acting both. He worked as a professor even at in the beginning, BJ Medical College, teaching biochemistry there, and then he has shifted to his passion. So he was head Center of Performing Arts at Savitribai Phule Pune University from 1996 to 2009, and when he superannuated. But then he was then appointed as distinguished professor at the Center for Performing Arts of the university till today. He has also acted in some films. He is a founder member of the well-known Theatre Academy in Pune, and is a very well-known theatre academy. It's an Indian best-known theatre group. He was a Fulbright professor at Department of Performing Studies, Tisch School of Arts, New York University in 2003. So that's why I said he is academician as well as is a playwright and performer. He gave a series of lectures on contemporary Indian theatre at several universities in the United States. His play Mahanirvan is translated into several Indian languages, and he has been honored with several national and state level awards, and for his contribution to theatre and literature both. He has received Nandikar Sanman at Kolkata in 1992 and the National Award for Playwriting in 1994-95 from the Sangeet Natak Academy, Delhi. We are very fortunate to have Professor Arekar, Satish Arekar here with us today in celebrating 152nd anniversary of the foundation of Pune Prarthana Samaj. I request Dr. Sushma Zog to welcome Professor Arekar by presenting him fragrance and the memento. The book, one of the book is published by Pune Prarthana Samaj on the post-centennial Golden Jubilee.
We now come to the award presentation part of today's program. This is to request Dr. Sushma Zog to give brief the audience about the awards. Dr. Sushma Zog.
So I am very glad to be here to give updates to the August gathering here about the awards that are being given away to various distinguished people in the society. The idea behind this award distribution was that there are many people and institutions who are very much active in doing the work which Pune Prarthana Samaj in particular and Brahmo and Prarthana Samaj in general, they are intending to carry out since their inception. And therefore, to recognize such work, about 8 years ago, Pune Prarthana Samaj decided to start giving awards to those individuals or persons in the names of the great leaders of the Prarthana Samaj. When we think of the leaders of Prarthana Samaj, three names come in front of us: Justice M.G. Ranade, Dr. R.G. Bhandarkar, and Maharshi Vitthal Ramji Shinde. So in the name of Justice M.G. Ranade, the award is given by Pune Prarthana Samaj in collaboration with 5 other institutions in Pune, which were also established by Justice Mahadev Govinda Ranade himself and his wife Ramabai Ranade. So these 6 institutions, they came together some 10 years or 9 years ago, and they constituted Rama Madhav Ranade Smriti Samiti, and on the behalf of this Samiti, the awards are given to a person having significant contribution for the cause of national progress, having national impact in the fields of social work, religious reforms, institutional organization, literature, history, economics, industry, education, and so on. Because all these are the fields in which Justice Ranade had a great impact through his work. So this award is given on 26th April every year during the program called Vasant Vyakhyan Mala, and the three awards so far are given. The first one was to the journalist P. Sainath for his work in the famine affected region and proposing solutions for them, and the solutions were accepted and some positive result was obtained. So P. Sainath was the first recipient. Then Dr. Professor Jayant Naradikar, the well-known astrologist, astronomist in this country, astrophysics, and he has created a great impact world over, and particularly this award was given to him because of his work in erecting the institute IUCA, International University Inter-University Center for Astrophysics and Astronomy. Then the next award was given to, the third one was to Justice Narendra Chapalgaonkar for his great contribution in the field of judiciary. So that was about the first award in the name of Justice M.G. Ranade. But the next three awards, they are given on the foundation day of Pune Prarthana Samaj. The first among these is Dr. Ramkrishna Gopal Bhandarkar Award. I would like to mention at this juncture that it is Pune Prarthana Samaj who first started the award in the name of Dr. R.G. Bhandarkar, and the Bhandarkar Institute itself, they started giving award in the name of R.G. Bhandarkar only last year. But we started it long back, and this is the 7th year of this award. So the criterion for Ramkrishna Gopal Bhandarkar Award is that it is given to a person or institution having significant contribution in the field of spreading scientific temperament or eradication of blind faith or conservation of environment or public health. The reason again is very rightful behind this for choosing this criterion, because Dr. Bhandarkar, though known as Indologist, he was graduate in mathematics to begin with, and while teaching in his initial career, he was closely associated with the science club of Elphinstone College, and he took active interest in the activities of that club. And not only that, in due course of time, when he became the leader of Prarthana Samaj and started conducting upasanas from the pulpit of Prarthana Samaj, many times he gave the examples from science to illustrate certain philosophical points. So this award in the name of Dr. Ramkrishna Gopal Bhandarkar was started in 2016. The first R.G. Bhandarkar Award was given to Professor Dr. Madhav Gadgil for his contribution in the field of ecology, his studies in the Western Ghat region, and which had impact in deciding the policy of central government. Then in 2017 award was given to Shri Dilip Kulkarni from Kudar for spending eco-friendly life and spreading the message of environmental awareness, protection awareness. The third award of R.G. Bhandarkar Award in 2018 was given to Jyotir Vidya Parisamstha, Pune. Now this institution is working for almost 70 years or so in Pune, and they conduct various programs such as lectures and sky gaze programs, and particularly at the time of eclipses, and they try to remove the blind faith associated with such natural phenomena. Then 2019 Dr. R.G. Bhandarkar Award was given to Dr. Jagannath Dikshit for his voluminous work in propagation of diet scheme which helps to cure the type 2 diabetes. Then the 2020 R.G. Bhandarkar Award was given to Maharashtra Vriksha Samvardhini, particularly for their contribution to preserve and conserve the Devrais in Maharashtra. Then last year, the 2021 Dr. R.G. Bhandarkar Award was given to Shri Maruti Chitampalli for very multifaceted work that he had carried out during his career, particularly for establishing 2 wildlife sanctuaries in Maharashtra and also writing voluminous literature related to his scientifically observed phenomena in these forests while he was working, and particularly for discovering the truths behind the myths. Then this year 2022, I request Dr. Dilip Zog to announce this year's Dr. R.G. Bhandarkar Award.
We are extremely happy to announce the Dr. R.G. Bhandarkar Award 2022 to Shri Vishwas Dattatray alias Bhau Kardare of Chibrun, district Ratnagiri. Since 1992, he has been engaged in protecting and nurturing marine turtles on the beaches at Velas, Anjarle of Ratnagiri district in the Konkan area of Maharashtra. He was successful in involving local people, those who were poaching the eggs laid by these turtles and eating that. They started protecting these because, as he has described, we'll see that hopefully those people, they could understand that there is a great rise in tourism to just see this phenomenon, how these turtle, they come out of the hatched eggs and how they walk to the sea, and actually hundreds and thousands of such turtles were saved by them. So it became people's movement. So that is very important, that he left it to the people, and now this movement is spread to 700 kilometers of coastal line of Maharashtra. Everywhere these eggs laid down by the turtle, they are protected and they are hatched, and the small turtle, they walk to the sea under all protection by the people. So he founded the institution Sahyadri Nisarga Mitra, and it has protected life of lakhs of marine turtle in the last few years. He has also worked in protecting vultures, another endangered species, and now he is paying attention to protecting Indian pangolin, what we in Marathi we call it as khawle manjar, because the parts of that animal, that is exported to China because it is used in some medicine. So he is now after saving these khawle manjar or pangolins. He has several publications to his credit, such as Journal of Bombay Natural History Society. Bhau Kardare, is popularly known as Bhau, has received several awards in recognition of his work. Vasundhara Mitra Award is among notable, Carl Zeiss Wildlife Award, and other state and national awards as well. Let us see what Bhau has to say on his work. Can we see the video? Because I saw something. Please, lights can.
This is the baby marine turtle. Marine turtles are amazing creatures. Marine turtles play an important role in marine ecosystem. Once they born, travel thousands of kilometers in the sea. They have special geomagnetic sensors in their brain. Female marine turtles return on same beach where they born to lay the eggs after their maturity around 15 years or so. Marine turtles are now in danger because heavy poaching, collection of eggs, habitat destruction and fishing through trawlers. Myself Bhavu Kadtare, and this is my story to protect or help these marine turtles. Sahyadri Nisarga Mitra started his activity in 1992. From 2002, we have started marine turtle conservation at Velas near Harihareshwar. Our member Vijay Mahabal found nesting at Velas, and that's why we have started the conservation at Velas. At the same time, we have collected information globally and locally, and we realized that the locals from Velas were collecting eggs from the nest on Velas beach. To stop this, we started day-night patrolling there. All our weekends and holidays we spend on the Velas beach to protect this nest and hatchlings. In daytime, we goes in village to teach these poachers and locals. Poaching is illegal and we have to protect these marine turtles because they are important in marine ecosystem. Steadily and slowly we were getting success in that. First year we managed to protect 50 nests at Velas and release 2,734 hatchlings in the sea. Next year, we spread this activity on 4 villages. In after 4-5 years, we spread this activity on entire Maharashtra coast, some 720 kilometers. This was the big project. We appointed one person at each village. These appointed persons, more than 50% were converted from poachers to protectors. For this big project, first year we managed from our pocket, but after the success of first year, media given wide publicity to this program and peoples like you come forward to donate. In 2006, we started Turtle Festival at Velas. Idea was that to show what we are doing for these turtles to all our donors, but we kept that event open for general public and tourists. First year, 156 tourists visited Velas. Second year, 250. Now the Velas people realized that the tourists are visiting to their village, which was very remote and never known for turtles. They further realized that we can get livelihood from this turtle conservation instead of killing them. So we have started to train them in homestay, in hospitality. After this training, some of the locals come forward to start homestay in their villages. Now at Velas, there are 55 homestays. Looking towards the success of Velas, Anzarla peoples also started this festival, and now there are 27 homestays in Anzarla also. Now this is a self-sustained program as tourists directly communicate with locals and book their homestay, and this turtle conservation and turtle festival program is good going on. Till today, altogether, more than 1 lakh hatchlings were released in the sea. But we are not limited to this marine turtle conservation. We are doing many other projects, conservation projects. In 1996, we have started white-billed sea eagle conservation in Ratnagiri. Next 5 years, we have worked on that and protected 105 nestings of this white-billed sea eagle on Ratnagiri and Sindhudurga district. In 2000, we managed to protect breeding colony of Indian swiftlet at Vengurla, some 8 kilometers inside the sea and 20 kilometers away from Vengurla. One of our important projects is vulture conservation. Vulture population declined by 97% due to diclofenac, a veterinary drug, and scarcity of food. The vultures are not dirty birds. They are scavengers in the wild. They feed on carcass and control the disease. We provided food to these vultures through vulture restaurant, first time in Maharashtra. After 10 years of work, the population of these vultures in Konkan was stable. We strongly believe that true conservation is there when locals involved in it. That's why in 2014 we decided to come out from this turtle conservation and vulture conservation. We strongly believe that we have built a mechanism for this conservation works where locals are doing on their own with forest department. After that, we started to do work on Indian pangolin. Pangolins are most trafficked animal in the world nowadays. This mammal have scales on its entire body, and the scales are heavy demand in Chinese medicine. There are 8 species of pangolin worldwide, 4 in Africa and 4 in Asia. In India, there are 2, Chinese pangolin and Indian pangolin. We are working on Indian pangolin. We are working in awareness, education, protection and trap camera survey. After 3 years of work, there is a good success, and this year 12 pangolins were rescued by the locals only, and this was never happened before. I strongly believe that one person, one NGO cannot do all conservation works. It is only possible when locals, general public like you start to protecting it. Imagine all you are started to support this conservation, what will happen? You all are here because you are sensitive to the society, and change start with you. It is very important to start with, because awareness is an important tool in conservation, but to know only what are the threats to this biodiversity is not sufficient. It is required to take action, and there is never too late to start. For a strong nation, it is required strong biodiversity, and now the biodiversity and nation is in your hands. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Big clap to Bhau Kadari sir's work. You can see outstanding work he is doing. I now request Professor Satish Ayekar sir to present the representative of Sri Bhau Katdare sir, Dr. Ramakrishna Gopal Bhandakar Award 2022. Because of some unavoidable reason, he is not able to present today, but his representative will accept this award.
Mr. Sagar Reddy, he is a co-worker of Bhau Katdare.
सर एक मिनिट सर जरा येता
नाही तिघांची नंतर आपण घेऊया
ओके
तिघांचे एकदम
Thank you, Sagar sir, for accepting this award on behalf of Bhau Katdare sir. Thank you. I request Dr. Susma Chok to tell about the Maharshi Vittal Ramji Shinde Award. And I request, ma'am.
The second important award that is given by Pune Prarthana Samaj is Maharshi Vittal Ramji Shinde Award. Maharshi Vittal Ramji Shinde was a national figure and everybody knows him as a founder of Depressed Classes Mission. And this institute he started while he was a member of Bombay Prarthana Samaj, and many members of Bombay Prarthana Samaj, they were the office bearers of this institute, and eventually the work expanded so much that the institute started working independently, and he was also a missionary of Prarthana Samaj and later of Brahmo Samaj. And as a missionary of Prarthana and Brahmo Samaj, he had worked tediously throughout his life. Actually, he was sent to Oxford for studying interreligious philosophy, and after coming, the condition was that he must become missionary, and without doing any other work for his livelihood. So he was not allowed by the condition of that scholarship to do any other work than this. And there were many scholars of this scholarship, but perhaps it was only Vittal Ramji Shinde who followed that condition. No other missionary I have known to follow this condition. They had other ways of earning their livelihoods, but he never went for any other way. And that was really great, and he worked very hard to spread the Brahmo Samaj philosophy throughout the masses, throughout his life. So for his missionary work, through his missionary work, he brought together many parts of the society. He reached the villages and even the tribals, and he brought them to the thought of Prarthana Samaj. So the criterion that we decided for awarding this Maharshi Vittal Ramji Shinde award was to a person or institution having significant contribution towards cultivation of inter-community understanding. So far 6 awards have been given away, and this is the 7th year. In 2016, the first award was given to Sainik Mitra Parivar, who have programs for the civilians and the military people who are fighting at the border. So common programs for them. Then in 2017, the award was given to Mr. Sanjay Nahar, the founder of the institute called Sarhad, and for his work for creating facilities of education and rehabilitation for the youth from the border areas. So he has brought the youth from Kashmir and other borders of India to Pune and built facilities for their cultivation. Then the 2018 Vittal Ramji Shinde Award was given to Mr. Ramesh Chauhan, who is there, he is present today, for his work of publishing 40 books by compiling the articles written by his father Mr. Rana Chavan from Vai Brahmo Samaj. And these articles, they are of great significance for the historians to study. And after studying these articles, they change their opinions about how the history has taken shape during the last century. So this work he did out of his pocket. So he kept his pension aside for this publishing work. So we thought that he is the right person for the Vittal Ramji Shinde Award of 2018. Then in 2019, the award was given to Dr. Vishwas Sapatnekar from Thane for his medical and surgical service provided, voluntary medical and surgical service provided to the pilgrims of Pandharpur pilgrimage for 30 or more years. So when the pilgrim starts from Alandi or Dehu, and after about 3 weeks time, the foot pilgrims, they reach Pandharpur. On their way, they face number of difficulties, medical and surgical difficulties, and he erects camps for them and helps them out. So that was 2019. In 2020, the award was given to Muktangan Mitra from Pune, and the director of this institute is Mukta Puntambekar. And for the work that this institute is carrying out for several years in treatment and rehabilitation of the substance users, as they call. Then last year, the 2021 Vittal Ramji Shinde Award was given to Dr. Milind Bhoi from Pune for the rehabilitation work that he did for the famine and suicide-struck farmers' families. So he has been doing that work for several years, and that fetched this award to him. And this year's Vittal Ramji Shinde Award, I request Dr. Dilip Zog to make the announcement.
We are pleased to announce the Maharshi Vittal Ramji Shinde Award 2022 to Sri Banda Ravi Shankar, Hyderabad, in recognition of his missionary work in spreading Vedas amongst masses and particularly the school children, and imbibing in them the roots of Brahma Dharma. Sri Banda Ravi Shankar had a brilliant career, earning his B.Tech degree from NIT Surat, M.Tech from IIT Delhi, with his M.Tech project work being carried out at the University of Stuttgart, Germany. He is the director at the R&D venture Ishavasya Technologies Private Limited at Hyderabad, where he is actively involved in various kinds of environmental protection related technologies, and that is all over India. He is carrying out these projects. He has several patents to his credit in environmental technology, nanotechnology, and so on. Sri Banda Ravi Shankar is a Vedic scholar, and he has made spreading of Brahma Dharma a mission for the past 25 years or so. He has learned Vedas from authentic sources, and he regularly conducts training sessions for people desirous of learning Vedas. He is also the editor of a bi-monthly journal of the Hyderabad Deccan Brahma Samaj. Sri Ravi Shankar has been visiting several Brahma Samajes all over the world, I would say. We recently visited one in Bangladesh. He is poised to complete the, as we all say, the work of Raja Ram Mohan Roy of shaping Brahmo Samajas in today's world. Sri Banda Ravi Shankar.
सेंटरला या. सर इथे आहे ना. जोग सर या पुढे आहे ना. मॅडम पुढे आहे ना.
सर ती हे फक्त ट्रॉफी फ्रेम फक्त
पण तिघांचे नंतर
हो हो ग्रुप घेऊया फक्त आहे.
Now we come to the third award of Pune Prarthana Samaj, and that is the Pune Prarthana Samaj Davida Roberts Award. Davida Roberts was an educationist from Wales, Bangor, and we came in her contact when we were there as doing our postdoctoral work. But our friendship increased, and eventually she also visited us in Pune, and that time, as per our regular practice, that whosoever comes to our house, we will take them to Prarthana Samaj. That is our practice. We try to take or introduce all our acquaintances to Prarthana Samaj. We don't say that we are having visitors and therefore we will not go to Prarthana Samaj. We don't do that. We take the visitors to the Prarthana Samaj. That is our practice. So she used to come to Prarthana Samaj with us. She also attended the prayer, and she also visited the school run by Prarthana Samaj, and she also visited other schools from the city because she was an educationist, and she was impressed by the work that Prarthana Samaj was doing for the children in the nearby areas who come from very low income group. So that was the state of Prarthana Samaj school at that time, and all the facilities that any other school has were provided to these children also by Pune Prarthana Samaj, and she was very impressed, and she started giving donations to the school, and eventually in her bequest she wrote that through her savings she would give a good lump to Prarthana Samaj. And after her sad demise, her sister, she completed her wish, and we received that big sum from her savings, and we decided that through that we will start an award. Because of her interest in children activity, she also was a social worker and conducted or took part in the activities for children having special needs. So we decided that in her name we will start the award for individuals or institutions who are having a significant contribution toward work for children with special needs. It was the first award started by Pune Prarthana Samaj. It was 8 years ago. All other awards, they were 7 years ago, and this is 8 years ago, the first award. In 2015, the first Davida Roberts Award was given to none other than Bombay Prarthana Samaj, because of their more than century work for the children who were just left on the sands of river Chandrabhaga in the Pandharpur town. So that was started in 19th century, and still today they are conducting that work of running that orphanage. And they also have another home for such children at Mumbai. And today only I received a message from their honorary secretary Malavika Nagarkar to appeal to the audience for the donations for this Pandharpur Balakashram. So that was the first award. Then the second award was given to another great institution in Pune. That is Kamayani, who is working for over 60 years for mentally challenged children. Then the third award in 2017 was given to CASP, another institution in Pune who work for all-round development of children in slums. Of the Killari earthquake affected zone who lost their parents and who became homeless because of the earthquake. So this Bharatiya Jain Sangatana, they brought these children to the city of Pune and they started working for their education and rehabilitation, and that work is still going on, extended to other children as well. Then the 2020 David R. Roberts Award was given to Dr. Anuradha Sahasrabuddhe, who is the director of Jnanadevi, and she is working for 30 years through this institution for children in the slum areas and also underprivileged children from the underprivileged families through her programs like Gammat Shala. And she also runs the child helpline. Then last year, 2021, the David R. Roberts Award was given to Pune Blind Men's Association, who have been working for more than 60 years, and one of their major contribution is for by publishing large number of books in the Braille script. And they also work for eradication of blindness from the world. That is their vision. So they received that award last year, and this year's award I request Dr. Dilip Zog to announce. And
yes, so we are very happy to announce David R. Roberts Award 2022 of Pune Prathana Samaj to the Pune School and Home for the Blind Trust, Pune. This institution is working for the past 80 years or so for the training and rehabilitation of the blind, both boys as well as girls. At present, more than 160 boys are being trained in various skills, while 125 girls are being imparted vocational training. The institution does not receive any government grant. It runs on charity. The trustee, Sri Mahendra Pisar, he could not attend because of, again, family emergency, but his assistant, Sri Rahul Garad, is here along with 4 students of the school. So they will accept the award on behalf of the trustee, Sri Mahendra Pisar, Sri Rahul Garad. Please come with all the students you have brought.
This is now request Professor Aikar sir to present David R. Roberts Award 2022 to the Pune School and Home for the Blind Trust, Pune. Heartily congratulations for this particular David R. Roberts Award to the Pune School and Home for the Blind Trust, Pune. Thank you very much for accepting this particular award.
सर एक मिनटं.
सर थोडे इकडे हां. मॅडम थोडे पुढे. ओके. सर एक ग्रुप फोटो घेऊया.
नाही आपण असं करूया तिघं अवॉर्डीज
हां तिन्ही अवॉर्ड. सर या ना तुम्ही.
आणि त्यांनी आपापलं मेमेंटो घेऊन या प्लीज कम फॉरवर्ड. रविशंकर तुम्ही फक्त मेमेंटो बाकीचं आणि सर्टिफिकेट. मेमेंटो आणि सर्टिफिकेट हां मेमेंटो आणि सर्टिफिकेट एवढं हातात ठेवा.
Bring a memento and Mr. Sagar, yes.
तुम्ही थांबा सर. मेमोंटो घेऊन जावा. ग्रुप फोटो. प्रतिनिधी म्हणून. सर तुम्ही सर
सर जरा इकडे बघा
समोर.
थँक्यू.
एक दोन वाक्य तरी बोला ना. आणि त्यांचे येणार
We now
तुम्ही येणार आहेत का?
हा गरड सर आपण या.
we now move towards scholarships to students. I request Dr. Sushma Jog to announce scholarships. I request the students to come forward to receive this scholarship.
Another venture of social connect that Pune Prarthana Samaj started since 2016 is giving scholarships to the deserving students who are engaged in their higher education and who are from economically weak families. Now Pune, as most of you might be aware of, is an education hub, and from all over the Maharashtra, students they come to Pune for having good quality education of various fields or various disciplines, and many of them they are from economically weak families and struggling to get their education. So Pune Prarthana Samaj decided to help some of them out by giving scholarships, and it was right because two of our former presidents, they were great educationists. Principal V.K. Zog, who was president of Pune Prarthana Samaj from 1943 to 1963. He was founder of Modern Education Society in the east part of Pune, and that society has now many colleges teaching various subjects from science, arts, commerce, law, technical and also engineering, and the institute is highly recognized in this city, and Principal V.K. Zog was also considered as doyen of the university. He would present the budget of that time it was combined, Bombay and Pune were together. The Bombay University budget he would always present in front of the Senate. Then the second educationist from Pune Prarthana Samaj was President Guruvarya Baburao Jagtap, B.G. Jagtap. He was the founder of another educational institute named Shivaji Maratha Shikshan Mandali. And on behalf of this, he started schools and eventually also training college and regular art science commerce college, particularly for giving education to the masses. And he was also one time mayor of Pune city. And being a Prarthana Samaji mayor, you would always find that he made a mark, a distinct mark on the city of Pune, because he was a mayor who would travel from his house to the corporation through the bus, not by the car provided. He denied for using the car, and he was the mayor of people. In name of these two educationists, we have started 2 scholarships, and the third was in collaboration with Suyog Development Corporation. So the third scholarship is Suyog Pune Prarthana Samaj Suyog Scholarship. The condition for selection for this scholarship is that the student must be in the first year of higher education and have good academic record, and of course must be from deserving, or that is economically needy family. And then for the 3 years of the scholarship, the student has to maintain the academic record, and more than that, or besides that, they have also to attend the weekly prayer. That's all. So that was the condition put forth. The students would attend the prayer in the Hari Mandir of Pune Prarthana Samaj, and not only themselves, but often they will be accompanied by their friends. So they started liking attending these prayers, but in between 3 years back, because of the COVID, this tradition had to be discontinued because the Hari Mandir was closed down because of the lockdown, and the upasanas were still going on virtually on WebEx meeting app. But these students, they had gone back to their villages and they had problem in connectivity. But fortunately, we eventually went for our YouTube channel on which the upasanas were uploaded. And then the condition that was set was that whenever you get connectivity, you listen to that upasana and make a report on that. Prepare a report on that upasana, a brief report, and submit it. So when you submit 6 such reports during one term, and your academic record is good, then you are entitled for continuation of this scholarship. So I now read out the names of the scholars. They will come forward and receive the certificate. Now, along with the certificate, they are given one voucher which they are to sign, and then they will collect the check of the scholarship from one of our volunteers. So I read out the names now, and I request our chief guest, Honorable Satish Adekar, to hand over these scholarships to the scholars. Miss Vaishnavi Raut, 3rd year Commerce from BMCC, that is Bruhan Maharashtra College of Commerce. She is recipient of Principal V.K. Zog Scholarship. This is her 3rd year. Then Mr. Shubham Farande, has he come? Yes. So he is at the moment in the 3rd year Science in Modern College, and he is a recipient of Guruvarya B.G. Jagtap Scholarship. It is the 3rd year of his scholarship. Then we have now Mr. Dhanraj Nimbalkar. Again, he is 3rd year student of Commerce, studying in Bruhan Maharashtra College of Commerce, Pune, and he is recipient of Pune Prarthana Samaj Suyog Shishya-vritti, that is a scholarship. Then this year, Miss Sejal Sunil Hode, she is now selected for the this year's Principal V.K. Zog Scholarship. She is the first year student of Engineering College, and obviously this is first year of her scholarship. Then apart from the scholarships, donors have come forward. Actually, some donors had come forward to add to these scholarships. Our president, former president, Air Commodore Ashok Shinde, had started one scholarship, but unfortunately after his demise, his wife left the country and the scholarship could not be continued. But other donors have come forward, and we are able to give book grants as well as educational aid grants to these students. So one such student is here who is a recipient of these grants, Mr. Raj Sheikh. He is a third year engineering student of Simhagar Engineering College, and he is recipient of the book grant 2021 sponsored by Mrs. Sandhya Vidyasagar. Then he is also, he is also a recipient of Educational Aid Grant 2021 sponsored in the name of late Prabhakar and Usha Bhagwat by their son Mr. Suhas Bhagwat from New Bombay, and he is also a recipient of Sadashiv and Kusum Zog Memorial Educational Aid Grant 2022 sponsored by Dr. Dilip Zog. Congratulations. And I am happy to announce that Dr. Dattatray Late, who is anchoring this event, he has also announced that he will sponsor one book grant. So that for that we will select a student eventually. So that was the prize distribution. I now request the anchor to go ahead.
And I request Dr. Dilip Zog to have a WhatsApp call to Sri Bahu Kadare sir to speak about a few words. Maybe.
तुम्ही पुढे येताय ना, त्यांचा लागला की त्यांना बोला.
हो लागेल. हॅलो, कॉल लागलेला आहे. आपण कॅन यू ॲड्रेस गॅदरिंग? हां बोला बोला. माईक चालू आहे, आपण बोला. You can address
respected all. Thank you very much to 152 years old Pune Prarthana Samaj and its director board for selecting me for this prestigious Dr. Ramakrishna Gopal Bhandarkar Award. Extremely sorry I failed to attend the program physically, but now talking online. I think this award is to my work done through Sahyadri Nisarga Mitra. As a leader of Sahyadri Nisarga Mitra, I am in front, but all the volunteers, donors, well-wishers and my family who supported me are the real heroes of this award. Certainly, this award will give me energy to work hard in future. Sahyadri Nisarga Mitra's vision is nature conservation through field protection, awareness, education, and scientific-based action. With this vision, we have worked on many successful projects In last 30 years, the most successful project is marine turtle conservation in Maharashtra and the turtle festival. Now the turtle festival is good going on. Forest department, mangrove cell, mangrove foundation, local gram panchayatis, trained volunteers are doing very good. Now research is also started on west coast. Earlier it was limited only on east coast in Orissa. Last year Mangrove Foundation done a study on migration of this olive-ridley turtles who come for nesting here. Last year we have developed an Android app for real-time data management of this turtle conservation first time in India. We have seen that many birds and animals die due to plastic. Plastic is most problematic nowadays, and even microplastic is rich in our human blood also. Hence, last 3 years we are working on the plastic. We collect plastic which is generally goes in landfills. People put their this type of plastic with them. We collect it, recycle and send it recycle with segregation. We are also working with students, around 8,000 students connected to this activity also. On this occasion, I appeal to all supporters, all of you, to support this nature conservation best possible. Once again, thank you very much for this prestigious award. Dhanyawad.
Thank you, Bhau Kadde sir, for your words, and we'll definitely follow your advice of reserving this national conservation. Now I call upon Sri Banda Ravi Shankar sir to say few words. Ravi Shankar sir.
हरिः ओं सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ वेदो वेदवेदाङ्गो वेदवित्कविः आचार्यं त्वं प्रणमाम्यहम् ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितर्दुरितानि परासुवा यद्भद्रं तन्न आसुवा. Good evening everyone. First I would like to thank to the one and only the creator, the sustainer of this entire universe, Almighty. I would like to thank to all my teachers who made me to learn and stand today in front of you. I would like to thank all my sahadhyais, especially my Brahmo brothers across the country and from Hyderabad, and especially like Sushma Jogji and Dilip Jogji, for making me stand in front of you today in receiving this award. It's a great honor and privilege for me to receive this award, especially on the name of Maharshi Vittal Ramji Shindeji, because he was a great Brahmo missionary and he did a great service to Brahma Samaj and Prardhana Samaj. From my side, since childhood, because I belonged to a Orthodox family, when I was asked why we are doing this, I was told that it is written in that book. or maybe this is written in this book. So when I tried to go through that book, or many of the books which was suggested, directly or indirectly these books were referring to Vedas. But when we look at the Vedas outside, on one side people are talking about they're really great and there is so much information to learn. And some people say that that is Apaurushaya, that is given by God. And these are the mantras realized by Maharshis. But the information which was available outside and the data which was available outside, if you look at Veda, either we talk about too much of ritual practices, or we talk about too much of customs and systems, where for a common person there seems to be no connection or any information is available in Veda. So when I started understanding Vedas and doing a research, my first question was always, when people say that this was realized by great Maharshis and this was given by God, if some people are saying that, then it should be useful to everyone. It is not only should be useful to the elite circle or the learned scholars. It should be useful to the farmer, that information should be useful to a trader or for a student, for everyone it should be useful. So after going through learning Vedas, I realized that the information which was there in Vedas was so beautiful and so great, it is specially meant for a common people. It is having the solutions to the problems what we are having or what we are facing on a day-to-day basis. But unfortunately there is a huge disconnect. So once I learned Vedas, maybe I started learning them because for last maybe 1999 I started learning them. And I dedicated, resigned to my job, dedicated some 3 to 4 years of time, especially learning, traveling across the country. The great teachers who taught me, I understood that this is the information I alone should not possess and enjoy it, and that should be shared with everyone. So that's where I started teaching this Vedas, especially my focus is on children. Until now, we could reach to more than near to 1,000 children, in different parts of the country, to teach Vedas and how we can use this information on a day-to-day life. And we have seen personally, when this information is taught to the children having certain mentally challenged capabilities with autism and all, there was a huge improvement in their comprehension, in their understanding, in their focus, and in their disabilities. They are able to improve. That's also we have seen. And personally, their emotional intelligence or the way they behave with the society and the teachers, that was improved a lot. So that's why we started teaching this Vedas and learning Vedas. That's going on. Then in that part of that journey, for last 15 years, I got in touch with Brahma Samaj. They also similarly spreading the message of Sanatana Vaidika Dharma, Veda Dharma. That's what I realized. Then I started working with them. It was a great journey. There I met Sushma ji and Dilip ji, and so many great things also during that interactions I could learn. So thank you so much, Sushma ji and Dilip ji, for selecting me for this award. It was a great privilege, and I hope the work which was started by Raja Rammohun Roy, which unfortunately could not continue, that's what I was feeling, because of his untimely death in England, in a abroad country. So he wished to spread the message of Brahma Dharma, but he could not do it in a rigorous way. Hopefully, I'm hoping that if we could take that great message to the every nook and corner of the country, and especially to each and every child, so that our lives gets improved with that message, I will be extremely glad. So I'm hoping Brahma Krupahi Kevalam, by grace of God, with the help of all my Brahma brethren and people who are queer, I will be able to take it forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sri Ravi Shankar sir, for your kind words. I now request Sri Rahul Garg to say a few words.
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम अमृत लोखंडे, मैं ब्लाइंड स्कूल की तरफ से आया हूँ. सो फर्स्ट थैंक यू फॉर दिस अवार्ड. एंड हमारे स्कूल की तरफ से अभी 160 स्टूडेंट्स स्कूल में पढ़ रहे हैं. हमारा ब्लाइंड स्कूल है और ब्लाइंड स्कूल में उन बच्चों के लिए हम हर एक चीज़ प्रोवाइड करते हैं, लाइक दैट एजुकेशन एंड मतलब जो भी हम बाहर बच्चों के साथ कैसा व्यवहार करना चाहिए, जो डेली लिविंग स्किल है, मोबिलिटी स्किल है, कंप्यूटर स्किल्स है, वो हम सब उनको प्रोवाइड करते हैं. तो ये बच्चे जो हमारे आगे चल के समाज में का एक हिस्सा बनते हैं, जो उसके लिए आप जैसे लोगों की हमें बहुत ज़रूरत है. बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं कि इनको मदद नहीं करते, लेकिन जो लोग इनको मदद करते हैं उसके बल पे हम आज यहाँ तक पहुँचे हैं. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Thank you very much. This is the time to listen to the guest of honor, Professor Satish Ayekar sir. I request him now to address the gathering. Professor Ayekar.
Friends, I wholeheartedly congratulate all the recipients of the awards and the students who received a scholarship from the prestigious institute Prarthana Samaj Pune. With these words, I will like to say few things to Mr. Ravi Shankar. Kindly excuse me that I will be switching over to Marathi language because I am more comfortable in that language in which I think and I write. Not that I got any aversion towards any other languages, because my plays have been performed in almost every language in India. Fortnight ago I was in Hyderabad to witness a Telugu version of my play Mahanirvan, which was performed in Kadir Ali Beg Foundation Theatre Festival. So please excuse me to switching over to Marathi. नमस्कार. आमचे मित्र दिलीप जोग यांनी मला इथं अक्षरशः धरून आणलेलं आहे. इथं मी उभा राहण्याच्यासाठी जी काही विद्वत्ता लागते, जी काही योग्यता लागते ती माझ्याकडे आहे असं मला सुतराम वाटत नाही. यात अतिशयोक्ती अजिबात नाही पुण्याचा असूनही. कारण कुठल्याही तऱ्हेचा हिस्ट्रीचा, कुठल्याही तऱ्हेचा साहित्याचा किंवा सोशॉलॉजीचा माझा अति अभ्यास नाही. नाटकामध्ये तोंडाला रंग लावून काम करणारा एक मी रंगकर्मी आहे आणि नाटकाला आवश्यक असणारी संहिता हे लिहिण्याचं काम गेली 50-55 वर्ष करतोय. पण सायन्सशी माझा संबंध आला, बायोकेमिस्ट्रीशी मला संबंध आला. and I was teaching biochemistry in the medical college for more than 23 years before I switched over to Pune University, and they made me overnight professor of performing art from biochemistry to performing art. That I am doing it since then. तो प्रार्थना समाज, त्याच्या आधी ब्राह्मो समाज नंतर लगेचच महात्मा ज्योतिबा फुले यांनी स्थापन केलेला 1876चा सत्यशोधक समाज, त्यानंतर आलेला आर्य समाज. या संस्था त्यांना त्या काळात का काढाव्याशा वाटल्या असतील? काय त्यांच्या मनात चालू असेल की त्यांना रोजच्या जगण्यामध्ये काय कमतरता वाटत असेल की ज्या योगे, ज्या धर्मावर त्यांची श्रद्धा आहे, ज्या धर्मात त्यांनी जन्म घेतलेला आहे, त्याचा काही भाग त्यांना नकोसा वाटत असणार, त्यामध्ये काहीतरी रिफॉर्म्स बदल करावा असं त्यांना वाटत असणार, आणि त्या कर्मठापणापासून त्या धर्माला जर बाजूला नेता आलं, तो सर्व समावेशक करता आला, त्यात समता आणता आली, त्यामध्ये नैतिकता जास्त आणता आली, तो जास्त व्यापक करता आला समाजाला, तो धर्म तो जास्त बरं असं त्यांना वाटत असणार. राममोहन रॉय यांचं आपण नाम शाळेपासून ऐकतो, सतीची चाल बंद करणारे ते. त्यांनी लिहिलेलं जे बंगाली गाणं होतं त्याचा मराठी अनुवाद आत्ता जोगबाईंनी केलेला आपण सुरुवातीला ते गाणं ऐकलं त्यांचं. म्हणजे 1826चं गाणं 1826 साली लिहिलेले शब्द, बंगाली शब्दाचा मथितार्थ आत्ता 2022 आपण ऐकला. वस्तुतः हे ब्राह्मो समाज, प्रार्थना समाज, सत्यशोधक समाज, आर्य समाज हे बघता बघता म्हणजे इतिहासाचा एक भाग व्हायला पाहिजेत, पण तरी पण ते स्मरणात राहतात. आणि विशेषतः 2014 नंतर ते तर जास्त स्मरणात यायला लागलेले आहे. खरं तर इतिहासाच्या बद्दल काही बोलताना धीर एकवटावा लागतो, धैर्य गोळा करावा लागतं. काही तोंडातनं वेडा वाकडा शब्द गेला, कोणाच्या ऐतिहासिक प्रतिमांच्या विषयी काही बोललं गेलं तर मार खायला लागायचा या वयात. तर 2 गोष्टी मला नाटकाशी संदर्भातल्या आहेत, त्या म्हणजे ओढून ताणून आणल्यात का नाही ते तुम्ही ठरवा. तर ब्राह्मो समाज स्थापन झाला 1826 मध्ये, आणि प्रार्थना समाजाच्या आधी सत्यशोधक समाज स्थापन झाला 1876 मध्ये. राजा राममोहन रॉय आणि महात्मा ज्योतिबा फुले. तसंच पहिला रेकॉर्डेड प्रोफेशनल परफॉर्मन्स ऑफ मराठी थिएटर, मराठी नाटकाचा पहिला प्रयोग झाला सांगलीमध्ये 1842-43 मध्ये सीता स्वयंवर. विष्णुदास भावेंनी तो इम्प्रोव्हाइज केला. लिहिलेलं नाटक नव्हतं ते, यक्षगानावर आधारलेलं कर्नाटक म्युझिक आणि हिंदुस्थानी क्लासिकल म्युझिक यांच्या मिश्रणातनं आलेलं एक ट्रेन पपेटियर होते ते, कळसूत्री भावला खेळणारे होते. त्यांनी तो खेळ केला आणि एक मध्यमवर्गीय करमणुकीचा एक जागा तयार झाली, एक स्पेस तयार झाली. अशी करमणूक होती. पूर्वी करमणुकीला एक विधीचं, रिच्युअलचा एक झालर लागायची. एक कुठलं तरी विधी चालू आहे, त्या विधीमधनं एक परफॉर्मन्स चालू व्हायचा आणि त्याच्यातनं करमणूक व्हायची. पण यांनी, विष्णुदास भावेंनी त्या विधीची दोरी तोडली आणि एक परफॉर्मिंग स्पेस, त्यांची एक नागर परफॉर्मिंग स्पेस पहिल्यांदा तयार केली. त्याच्या आधी तंजावरला मराठी नाटक चालूच होतं. तंजावरकर भोसल्यांनी नाटकं 1763 मध्ये वगैरे लिहिली होती. आणि त्यांचा जो मेंटॉर होता तो जर्मन जेसुईट प्रिस्ट होता. त्यांनी त्यांना शिकवलं होतं आणि तिथं सरस्वती ग्रंथालय स्थापन केलं होतं त्या काळात. आणि त्या काळातली मराठी नाटकं, त्याला मराठी संगीत नाटकाचं मूळ म्हणतात, भागवत मेळा, हा त्या ठिकाणी तंजावरला होता. आता तो तामिळनाडूमध्ये आहे, पूर्वी त्यावेळेला तेलंगणात होता. तर हे 1843 मध्ये पहिला प्रोफेशनल स्पेस तयार झाल्यानंतर एक भाग नेहमी नाटकामध्ये विसरला जातो की 1856 मध्ये महात्मा ज्योतिराव फुल्यांनी तृतीय रत्न नावाचं नाटक लिहिलं, पण ते मंचित नाही झालं कारण त्या अप्रकाशित राहिलं. ते काय, ते रिफॉर्मिस्ट होते, विचारवंत होते, ते काही नाटककार नव्हते. कदाचित त्या नाटकाला त्यावेळेला लागणारी काही डिसिप्लिन जी लागणार ती डिसिप्लिन नसावी म्हणून ते कोणी नाटक घेतलं नाही आणि ते हस्तलिखितच राहिलं. त्यांनाही ते महत्त्वाचं. पण त्यांना असं वाटलं होतं की ही जी परफॉर्मिंग स्पेस नवीन मिळालेली आहे त्याचा वापर मला माझा विचार मांडण्यासाठी कदाचित करता येईल का काय, असं त्यांच्या मनात येऊन गेला असावं. ज्योतिबा फुलेंचा त्यांनी 56मध्ये ते नाटक लिहिलं. एकूण 84 पर्यंत ते तसंच राहिलं. त्यानंतर पुरोगामी सत्यशोलकमध्ये वावा आढावांनी ते प्रसिद्ध केलं होतं. ते नंतर आता ते सगळीकडे उपलब्ध आहे. जगभर त्याचे प्रयोगही कधीतरी होतात. त्याचं नाट्यवाचन त्या काळात आम्ही केलं होतं 84च्या मध्ये जेव्हा ते प्रसिद्ध झालं त्यावेळेला थिएटर अकॅडमीच्या मार्फत ते मला आठवते. तर सीता स्वयंवर त्याच्यानंतर फुल्यांनी लिहिलं तृतीय रत्न हे चातुर्वर्णाच्या विरोधी ब्राह्मण हायरार्कीच्या विरुद्ध नाटक लिहिलेलं होतं. आणि ब्राह्मण समाजाची स्थापना 1826 मध्ये एका रिफॉर्मिस्टनी केली आणि सत्यशोधक समाजाची स्थापना त्याच्या लगेचच नंतर ही महात्मा ज्योतिबा फुलेंनी केली. हे मला हे दोन्ही जस्टापोजिशन मला महत्त्वाची वाटतात. कारण नाटक हे एक समाज जीवनाचा आरसा असतो. काही जे समाजात घडतं ते दिसतं आणि एका पद्धतीनं धर्म पण हा समाज जीवनाचा आरसाच आहे. धर्म काही रिजिड नसतो, तो प्रभावी लागावा लागतो. काही त्याची मूल्य शाश्वत असतात, काही ती बदलत असतात की बदलावी लागतात, रिफॉर्म्स आणावी लागतात, नाहीतर त्याच्या विरुद्ध मत जातं, हे आपल्याला माहिती आहे. तर असंही करणारे हे सगळे समाज आणि त्याचा खरं तर रेलेव्हन्स आता असू नये. म्हणजे आमच्या नाट्यशास्त्रासारखं आहे. नाट्यशास्त्र असं आपण म्हणतो की पहिली ट्रिटीज इसवी सनाच्या पूर्वी स्थापन झालेली, मौखिक परंपरेतनं आलेली, नंतर अभिनवगुप्ताने त्याच्यावर टिप्पणी केलेली, ती खरी आत्ताचं नाट्यशास्त्र असं म्हटलं जातं. कोणी एकाने लिहिलेलं नाही आहे, मौखिक परंपरेतनं ते आलेलं आहे. पण आत्ताच्या 200 वर्ष ब्रिटिश राजवटीच्या मधनं आलेल्या आजच्या समाजाला नाटक करताना ते जवळचं वाटतं का, हा त्यातला प्रश्न आहे. किती जवळचं वाटतं, त्यातला काही भाग रेलेव्हन्स वाटतो, त्यातला अभिनयाचा भाग रेलेव्हन्स वाटतो, काही भाग आहे तो जास्त नृत्याच्या, शास्त्रीय नृत्याची आपली परंपरागत आहे त्यांना तो जास्त रेलेव्हन्स वाटतो. पण नाटकाला तो रेलेव्हन्स वाटेल तशातला भाग नाही. आणि मला असं वाटतं की प्रत्येक रिफॉर्मिस्ट माणसाचं जेव्हा आपण अभ्यास नंतर करतो तेव्हा तेच बघायचं असतं की त्यांनी त्या काळात काय केलं, त्याच्या पुढे आपल्याला जाता येईल का, त्यांनी काय काळात केलं त्याचा अन्वयार्थ लावता येईल का. त्यांनी एक अर्थ लावला त्यानंतर सतत त्यांनी जो रिफॉर्म घडून आणलेला आहे त्या रिफॉर्मचा अर्थ आत्ताच्या काळाला सुसंगत लावावा लागतो. नाहीतर तो समाज कालबाह्य होईल जो स्थापन केलेला कमा. मग तो कालबाह्य व्हावा आणि नवीन काहीतरी करावं, त्याची प्रेरणा त्या समाजापासून घ्यावी, इतकंच त्याचं ऐतिहासिक महत्त्व उरलं आहे का मला माहीत नाही. मी याचं काही तज्ज्ञ नाही. तेव्हा हे मात्र ऐतिहासिक सत्य हे आहे की हे चारही समाज आपल्या भारत देशामध्ये विविध टप्प्यांवर 4 रिफॉर्मिस्टनी स्थापन केले. आणि त्याचा उद्देश हा होता की रोजच्या जगण्यातला धर्माचा कर्मठपणा हा पुसट व्हावा. आता तोच जो भाग आहे तो सध्या काय चालू आहे मला माहीत नाही. सध्याचे 2014 नंतर आपल्या वाट्याला आलेला आहे तो काय चालू आहे, हे पुसट होण्याचं करतायत का आपल्याला सतत एक धर्माची आठवण करून देत आहेत. सतत निवडून आलेले राज्यकर्ते सतत धर्माची आपल्याला आठवण करून देत आहेत. आणि हे जे रिफॉर्मर्स होते ते म्हणतात की धर्म हा तुमच्या जवळ आहे, त्यातला कर्मठपणा तो पुसट झाला पाहिजे आणि स्वतःच्या भोवती स्वतःच्या फॅमिलीच्या आत तो धर्माचं स्थान राहायला पाहिजे. हे आपल्याला हे सगळे समाजातले जे सुधारक होते ते सांगतायत. आणि त्याच्याबरोबर आता जे काय चालू आहे त्याची सांगड कशी घालायची हा खरं तर आत्ताच्या पिढीचा प्रश्न आहे. आमचं तर गेलं सगळं, आता 74 वर्ष चालू आहे. नवीन पिढीला हा प्रश्न आहे. नवीन पिढीने याचा रेलेव्हन्स सगळ्याचा आणि आत्ताचं जे काय चालू आहे त्याचा आणि हा आपला इतिहास हा मागचा जो आहे त्याचा मेळ कसा घालायचा आणि कुठल्या ऊर्जेनं आत्ताच्या प्रश्नाला, आत्ताच्या ज्या एकूण 2022चे जे प्रश्न जगण्याचे आहेत त्याला कुठल्या उभारणीने सामोरं जायचं हा खरा आत्ताच्या पिढीचा प्रश्न आहे. मला या ठिकाणी जोग सरांनी इथं बोलवलं त्याबद्दल मी अत्यंत आभारी आहे. धन्यवाद.
Thank you, sir. Switching a professor of biochemistry is not so easy to a professor of and chairman of performing arts. Was really added many excellent things at Savitribai Phule Pune University during, and currently also with Savitribai Phule Pune University. ॲग्री मला माहिती आहे, म्हणजे इतिहासामध्ये आम्ही काय शिकलो लहानपणी फक्त पुणे प्रार्थनाची स्थापना कधी झाली आणि कोणी केली एवढीच माहिती फक्त इतिहासाच्या पुस्तकात आम्हाला म्हणजे शिकता आली. म्हणजे बाकीचं काही माहीत नव्हती. जेव्हा मी समाजामध्ये आलो तेव्हा मला सगळं हे कार्य दिसलं. आणि अशा बऱ्याच संस्था असतात की ज्या सुरू होतात आणि काळाच्या ओघामध्ये त्या बंदही होतात. पण पुणे प्रार्थना समाज ही अशी एक संस्था आहे, गेली 152 वर्ष म्हणजे तिचं काम चालू आहे. आणि स्पेशली आमची विकली उपासना असेल, म्हणजे मधल्या काळात जरी ती समाजामध्ये जाऊन करता आली तरीसुद्धा ती ऑनलाईन पद्धतीने पॅन्डेमिकच्या काळामध्ये सुरूच होती. थँक्यू सर. आय नाव रिक्वेस्ट चेअरपर्सन डॉक्टर सुषमा जोग टू गिव्ह हर ॲड्रेस. डॉक्टर जोग.
ॐ यो देवोऽग्नं योऽप्सु यो विश्वं भुवनमाविवेश य ओषधीषु यो वनस्पतिषु तस्मै देवाय नमो नमः. In this hymn from Upanishads, what we learn is, I bow down again and again to the God who dwells in fire, the energy, water, plants and herbs, or the Parabrahma who dwells in the entire universe. So we bow down again and again to that supreme power. Chief guest of today's function, Shri Satish Ayekar, dignitaries on the and off the dais, and well-wishers of Pune Prarthana Samaj, we all have gathered here to celebrate the 152nd Foundation Day of this institute. Over the past 10 years or so, this day is being celebrated as award ceremony. So, to begin with, let me congratulate Shri Bhau Kadare and his team, Shri Banda Ravi Shankar and the Pune School and Home for the Blind Trust for receiving this year's awards of Pune Prarthana Samaj. I also wish them a great success in their endeavor in their chosen field of work. I also congratulate the students who have received scholarships and grants from Pune Prarthana Samaj and wish them success in their further studies. At the time of foundation of Prarthana Samaj, this institute, when it was founded in the 19th century, Pune Prarthana Samaj in 1870 and Prarthana Samaj at Bombay in 1867, was ahead of the time in the thoughts and actions both. The accepted principles of Prarthana Samaj, which can be put in nutshell as fatherhood of God and brotherhood of man, prompted the members to get involved in reform and philanthropic activities. Their work in the field of upliftment of downtrodden, female education, education for the laborers, rehabilitation of orphans are a few examples. Prarthana Samaj was the leader in most of these fields. Today, all these activities are spread in the society and are carried out by many institutions and individuals. In due course of time, governmentalization of these activities has taken place, and this has also resulted in many restrictions to conduct these activities. Just now, Honorable Satish Ayekar sir, he pointed out how to reconcile the two ends. That is, the foundation of these samajas, Brahmo, Prarthana, Satyashodak and Arya in the 19th century with the intention to reform the religion existing in those days, the way the religion was practiced in 19th century, the rigidity in the rituals and so on. And today, sometimes we wonder whether the wheels are going back. But I think the situation in 19th century and 21st century, they are far different. And because of the politics, which played tremendous role in the 20th century, the communities have diverted. In the 19th century, the reformists were trying to bring the communities together and remove their differences and think in rational manner. But somehow the politics has played very adverse role, I must say, and I think many people will agree to that. And because of this vote politics, the communities are dividing, and the religions, the so-called religions, which are considered in the form of only rituals rather than the basic principles, they seem to play the important role. But I'm sure in due course of time, our wise society will realize this and again come in the right direction. And these surviving institutes, the institutes which were founded in 19th century and have survived through the 20th century and now are in the 21st century, it is the responsibility on the shoulders of these institutes to again unite the communities and take the people to the basic principles of humanism. So if we keep on just giving stress on the differences, that this is how we are different from the surrounding people and this is how our principles are better than the others. So if we keep on thinking like this, then there will be more gap amongst the societies, the communities will drift away from each other. So instead of that, we have to again think afresh to find out what are the ways to reunite the diverted communities and how to do something so that their differences vanish and they start appreciating each other. So that is the role that these institutes which were founded in 19th century, they have to play in the 21st century. And Prarthana Samaj, now I recall that Dilip Zog used to mention always the last days of Principal V.K. Zog, when all the Prarthana Samajists, they came to see him because these were a few of his last days. So he would say that this is ही ज्योत आहे प्रार्थना समाजाची आणि ती तेवती ठेवा. कीप इट बर्निंग, दिस kindled light of Prarthana Samaj. So don't let it die. So that was his message, and that we have to carry forward. And we have to remember that this has always remained a jyot, and it has given a good light. So that we have to do, but how to do this? So we have to rethink the ways in which we should work. The way in which we work through 20th century is not going to help. Because whatever has happened in 20th century, they have separated the communities from each other. And people are drifting away from each other, and therefore we have to take different measures. So in the last 2 decades or so, in the 21st century, with the small strength that we are having, small manpower that we are having, and small monetary support also that we are having, we are trying to come out with some activities which will try to spread this pure message of Brahmo and Prarthana Samaj to the other sections of society, not just the Prarthana Samajist and Brahmo Samajist. If we just work for ourselves, we are going to die. The jyot will not keep burning. But if we do something for the society who are not the members of our Samaj, but we have come from them only. As Ravi Shankarji told that he has come from an orthodox family. Myself also have come from, though not orthodox, but non-member family, because my family was not orthodox. That is, my mother and father, they were not following very rigorous rituals. But still, they were not Prarthana Samajist. The thing is that the role that Prarthana and Brahmo Samaj have played is that even without becoming members of these institutes, people have learned to get out of the rituals. That is the role that these institutes have played already. That influence is there on the non-members also. And that is how the country has progressed. But after becoming the member of the Samaj, if we think only of the members and doing something for members, then that is not going to help. We owe to the society. And we have to do these programs for the society. Now the way the religion is appearing on the public platform, many youth, they get repelled from religion. Those who are sensible people, they get repelled from religion, the way it is appearing on the public platform. So what should be done? So they think that being religious is of no use, religion is meaningless, like that they would say, and they become non-religious. But they don't try to find out what is the alternative for those practices that they are getting repelled from. So here we have something to play. So we should not try to introduce the religious principles to them, those who have got repelled from the religion. It is of no use, because they will say, well, we are convinced that religion is of no use. So by saying that, no, this is religion, that is not the correct religion, this is the correct religion, come here, we will teach you. No, they won't come. And therefore, these institutes should, that is what we have tried to do, conduct such activities where these pure religious principles will be indirectly introduced to the other people, particularly children and youth. So our activities should be focused on children and youth, no doubt, but not as religious activity. Not as the activity which will tell what is real religion to them. How to pray God. What is the best way to pray God? No. this is not going to help. And therefore, Pune Prarthana Samaj decided in the last 2 decades or so to focus the attention on 5 principles, guiding principles, 3 of which were spelled out by none other than Justice Mahadev Govind Ranade. The 3 terms, the 3 words that he gave in the year 1874: humanize, equalize, spiritualize. And these words he used to comprehend the work of Raja Ram Mohan Roy, that he intended to achieve this through his activities. Raja Ram Mohan Roy intended to achieve, to humanize the society first, go away from the animal-like behavior, become human first, behave like a human to the other human. Don't follow animal-like practices. Then comes the equality. So then you will be entitled to become equal to each other. First you have to become human, behave like human to others. Then amongst the humans also try to establish equality. Equality of the any kind. There are many ways in which the human societies are different, distinct, what you can say. They go away from each other and one treats the other as low or high. So that should be removed. And then you will be entitled for doing some spiritual work. Think of spirituality. Unless you are human and treating others equally, you cannot pray God. That is the meaning. For praying God, it is necessary that you should have human approach to everyone and you should treat everyone to be equal. Then only your prayers will reach God. That is how Justice Ranade put forth these 3 words in this sequence: humanize, equalize, spiritualize. So we feel that we can add 2 more words to these, and that is follow rational thinking, that is scientific temper. That is the basis of Brahmo Samaj and also Prarthana Samaj. All the principles that are written, they are mutually consistent. So self-consistency is the scientific temperament. So that is the rational thinking. So rational thinking, so promote rational thinking, adopt rational thinking, and the 5th point is to carry out righteous deeds. So just don't think of these 4 points, but do something. And what is to be done? Righteous deeds. So if our activities are focused around these points, 5 points, as our guiding principles, then the children and youth may get attracted. If you start teaching them how to pray, they will run away. Not only the other children, but the children from our own families. They run away. That we don't want to do these things. If you do something positive with your hands and work other than sitting and praying, then only we will be with you. So all the children and youth, if you want to come to you, you have to plan your activities based on these 5 principles: humanize, equalize, spiritualize, follow scientific temper, and do righteous deeds. So our very small effort in this direction is by planning some or by carrying out some activities over last 2 decades. I don't say that this is the limit, but this is only the beginning. But on this ground, on this line, if you continue, then only there is hope that the society will again become homogeneous. Because the intention of foundation of all these institutes was not to divide the society, but to unite the society. That was the intention. unite all the sections of the society. So some of the activities that we have been conducting, I will just mention for the sake of saying that I am not just talking, but we are also doing something. Though whatever we have done or whatever we are doing is not very, very big, but it is a small beginning. So summer cultural camps for children we conduct, and through these various programs of or activities in this camp, we imbibe the principles of Prarthana Samaj indirectly on the minds of the sensitive children. Then inter-school group bhajan singing and narration competition. So you sing the bhajan, because competition is there, the children will take part. Even if they don't like bhajan, they will sing the bhajan. But the condition is that you have also to tell the meaning. So when they do this, then they start realizing what the bhajan is giving, what message the bhajan is giving, and perhaps that will help them in future. And we have come across such children which who have told us, or their parents have told us, that there is definitely a positive impact on the children because of their participation in these programs. Then inter-school science experiment competitions we are conducting. Then Bal Anand Mela is an activity where we invite children from the society whose names we come to know from the newspaper, that they have got this prize and that prize. So we make a list of them, and then all the prize winners we bring together, and then try to give this message indirectly. Then spiritual music programs we are conducting in public. Awards and scholarships you have seen. So awards are given to those persons and institutions, as I mentioned, who are working in tune with these 5 guiding principles. I think I will stop at this juncture. We are quite ahead of running ahead of time, or so we must stop. So I just now give the this thing to the anchor. Now please, audience, please don't leave. There is a provision for prasad. After the function is over, you have to take the prasad, and then only you have to leave these premises. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for your inspiring words. We are already at the end of the function. Now I propose vote of thanks on behalf of Pune Prarthana Samaj. I wish to express our immense gratitude to Professor Satish sir, who has kind enough to accept our invitation for today's function. Thank you, sir, for your presence and all guidance. I also thank Sri Bhau Gadare sir, Sri Banda Ravi Shankar sir, and the trustee of Pune School and Home for the Blind Trust Pune for accepting the awards, and particularly our special thanks to Sri Ravi Shankar sir, who is present here with his many members from Hyderabad, Deccan Brahmo Samaj, for coming in such a good number. Thank you, sir, for coming and accepting our awards. We express our gratitude towards Sri Bhupal Patwardhan and Sri Sudhir sir for the Bhandakar Institute for providing this particular very beautiful auditorium. We also thank the staff connected with the technical and other support for this auditorium. Finally, I like to thank audience for attending this program. Without audience, it's difficult to organize such a program. And we also thank some of the participants are also there on online format, and I also like to thank them for attending a program via online mode. We thank students who have helped us to organize this particular event. The program will now end with the universal prayer of Sant Nyaneshwar, that is Pasayadan. After Pasayadan, prasadam will be served behind this auditorium. All are requested to enjoy the prasadam. Thank you once again all. प्रसाद घेतल्याशिवाय कोणी जायचं नाही. प्रसाद या ऑडिटोरियमच्या पाठीमागे या पाठीमागे.
उद्याचा कार्यक्रम सांगा.
उद्या
आता विश्वात्मके देवे येणे वाग्यज्ञे तोषावे तोषोनिम
पसाय दान है, पसाय दान है, जे खळांची व्यंकटी सांडो, तया सत्कर्मी रते वाढो, भूता परस्परे पडो, मैत्र जीवाचे, मैत्र जीवाचे, दुरिताचे ते मिरजावो, विश्व स्वधर्म सूये पाहो, जो जीवांशील तो ते लाहो, प्राणिजात, प्राणिजात, वर्षत सकळ मंगळी, ईश्वरनिष्ठांची मांदी आली, अनवरत भूमंडळी, भेट तू भूता, भेट तू भूता, चला कल्पतरूंचे आरव, चेतना चिंतामणींचे गाव, बोलते जे अर्णव, पियुषाचे, पियुषाचे, चंद्रमे जे आलांछन, मार्तंड जे तापहीन, ते सर्वाही सदा सज्जन, सोय रे होतु, सोय रे होतु, किंबहुना सर्व सुखी, पूर्ण होऊनी तिन्ही लोकी, भजिजो आदि पुरुखी, अखंडित, अखंडित, आ येथ म्हणे श्री विश्वेश्वरावो, हा होईल दान पसावो, हा होईल दान पसावो, येणेवरे ज्ञान देवो, सुखिया झाला, सुखिया झाला, सुखिया
One small announcement. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock there is a lecture here in this very auditorium by Sri Banda Ravi Shankar. It is on the topic of the talk will be Vedas, Vedic monotheism, basis of Brahma Samaj. So please attend this scholarly lecture tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the same place, same auditorium. Thank you. Please get the prasadam and then only go.
विद्यार्थ्यांना सूचना आहे, ज्यांना स्कॉलरशिप मिळाली आहे त्यांनी मागच्या बाजूला व्हाउचरवरती साईन करायची. थँक्यू. आणि प्रसाद परत येते विनंती सर्वांना, प्रसाद घेतल्याशिवाय कुणीही जायचं नाही. प्रसादाची व्यवस्था मागच्या बाजूला केली आहे.